Good morning. I'm just going to eat the rest of my food real quick and then so I can fuel up, and then we're going to have finished the drawing of what happened. We're going to have our own court this morning. Think I can tell the whole story in 30 minutes? What do you think? Of what happened over the last 3 years, why I need my GoFundMe. If you watch my first video that I just uploaded. We can do a continuation of that. Look at my collar's all messed up. These are so good. I'm glad there's 4, not just 2. I wish I could have sat down and ate them with my coffee. Back to the request for invites. I don't know where these come from. And they imported to Michigan. Of course, we would get Tim Hortons first. The lucky chosen ones. Yeah. Yeah. We didn't used to, but I used to drink Tim Hortons coffee a lot. I don't really... The whipped cream is like, it doesn't melt. It's just like all oil. I usually would just get coffee and not like a specialty coffee. Tim Hortons is the reason why I got my first speeding ticket in a long time. Because the one by my house was so slow, and I had to be to Detroit early, and I just wanted some coffee. It was early on my day off, like it was on a Sunday. And of course, the cop that always sits at 94 between Belleville and Rawsonville was there. Haven't seen him any other time I've traveled down there, but I already knew that was the spot. And it was Sunday morning drivers. I was already late, and I was trying to set my cruise control. I just wanted to cruise at like 75 in the middle lane. That didn't happen. I had to be in the right lane, and I finally, I had to pass like the third person. So I just I had my cruise control on, so I hit the button a bunch of times because I was just so pissed off and passed him. And then boom, right there, he got me. I was going like 82. It was not fun. I just wanted to cruise, be on cruise control, just drive so I could drink my coffee, make it to Detroit in 30 minutes. On a Sunday morning? No, I get caught for speeding using my cruise control. So then, yeah, it was a $135 ticket. And then I chose not to do the state of Michigan driver's re-education class for $100. So they reported that 5 over 0-point ticket to my insurance, and I lost my safe driver. I lost all of my discounts. They were going to be charging me like $3,000 more over the course of 3 years because of that ticket. 0.5 over ticket. $135. And I donated plasma to help pay for it. Because I was broke. Or I sold my plasma. That was the only time I did it. It's a true story. And that's where you guys got me fucked up. Good morning. I'm done. I was already messed up. I can't. No more. And the guy gave me a huge hematoma. I've never had a hematoma in my life. I donated blood. Never been poked and got a hematoma. It hurts so freaking bad. The second time I went to go sell my plasma. I don't even know. Let's get the dry erase board in the picture. Perfectly centered. Like we're at school. Good morning to my courtroom. My terribly drawn Michigan. This needs to go up more like that. Or something. Should we do the United States? I should be drawing a map of the United States. Or something like this. I don't even know. Michigan up here. Is that good enough? Can you see it? Can you guys see it? Is that a good enough drawing of the United States? It should be in black marker. Can't really see it. Yeah. Okay, well, can you picture the United States? I'm going to. Is this kind of the United States? Just need to. Can you see it better now? It's going to be a little chaotic, okay? So I'm in Michigan. My first trip, I go to New York. Over here somewhere. And then I come home. And I stay for a few more days, and then I'm like, oh, I'm going to go to Florida and visit my grandpa. No, I don't do that. So I go, and then I go here. I go over to California. And I hang out for like 2 weeks, and I drove all around here. Kinda, or something. I drove down here in all these southern states and did something like this. But I went this direction. Is that how you drive across the United States? And then I came home. And then I waited, and I was working, and I was doing everything I needed to do, and I waited almost a year. My sister kicks me out. So I'm like, bye. Went back west. Did I? Or no, I said bye, and then I went, and then I went into the UP. I'm gonna make the the Upper Peninsula look a lot bigger than it actually is. And I was working all around here, up here mostly. And then winter came. Yeah, I went west, and then I came back, and then I broke that window on my own house. I was really mad. And then my sister kicked me out, and I was like, bye. And then I went on a trip. I was working and hanging out in Michigan, working. And then I went down to Alabama. And then I had court the next day in like so many hours, and I drove all the way back and slept in the parking lot for like an hour before my court hearing. And they were like, do you need help, Danielle? And I was like, yeah, I'm freaking homeless living in my car, and obviously I don't want to be here in the state of Michigan or around any of this. I want to leave. I want to be as far away from Jeremy as possible. And you're letting him keep my kids away from me, so I'm gone. Like, I can't be here. I need to go see the ocean, go heal, go do something else better for my mind. So then I was working all around Michigan, went all the way into the UP. And then winter came, and I was like, I gotta go. I had another court hearing, and it wasn't until like February or something, and I'm like, it's December, and I'm gonna freeze to death in the UP in Michigan. So I was like, bye. And then I worked my way back the best I could, back to California. And then I went all over California, up and down the coast. I went back into Nevada for some time. I went and visited all these states. Hung out in Utah, hung out in Idaho for a minute. And then I drove all the way back over here. And I was all over the place. I was in Maine, I was in Vermont. I drove all over the country, just back and forth a bunch of times. I can't even... So then it was Are you having a manic episode? Me trying to explain. This is what Google Maps would portray something like this, but even I want copies of all of it from my phone because this phone went everywhere with me. There's no way they don't have records of where I was, every place that I went, and how long I was there, where I went from one side to the other, how long it took me. Bull crap. Big brother. Hey, big brother, can you help me? And then there's people, yes, that watched me do it. Yeah. I knew I was going to find them, though. But why? Why did that have to happen? I was just trying to do a good deed, picking up some trash. Bored out of my mind. Just every other city I went, there was the same trash. Every other city we go. See that same stuff. Every other state. The only thing that's different is the landscape and the I don't know, the landscape and the weather. Same people. Same disappointing humans everywhere. Some places are better than the others, yes, but thank you for the likes. It was a lot for sure. A lot of trash that I picked up. I just think about the trash that I created myself from having to travel like that with nothing, none of my personal, again, not having a home, not having all access to all of my personal things that I already purchased, my dishes, access to running water. It was a lot cheaper for me to be doing that than out there creating all that garbage of to-go containers and straws and plastic cups and plastic utensils, all the packaging for the to-go foods. I don't think I made even up for my own trash usage, did I? I feel like I was just as bad as any other person doing all that. Did that make up for it? Did that help in any way? Because all I was really doing was just like rearranging the trash. Still had to go somewhere. I don't know where it went. I like collected it all and then put it in a dumpster and said goodbye forever. Or a trash can. Where did it go? Where is it now? Where is all that trash now? The incinerator. I said yesterday I should be collecting, did I already say this? We should be collecting all of our styrofoam cups for our coffee, for insulation for our houses. We could go build a house in the woods with all of the styrofoam. I could have had the warmest freaking house in the woods. With all the raw materials I could have found and collected if I had a place to actually do it. I had my vehicle. If I thought of doing that, if I had the money to do it. You guys could have mailed me your empty styrofoam containers from your takeout. All your coffee cups. Old jeans is good insulation, but I don't know if that's probably not good for mice. I know it's for like they put it in the walls for the sound proof rooms. Make it make sense. Yeah, where does all the styrofoam go? Do they just burn it? Because it's lighter than air. It just blow away. Yeah, it's toxic chemicals. I thought just breaking styrofoam released toxic chemicals. Is that true? Somebody look that up and tell me if that's true. I'm freezing. You guys are too quiet. Somebody say something. I can see it, kind of. It looks as chaotic as I had imagined it to look. Florida. It's like a thumb. No. No, I was explaining my traveling across the country and all over what I did from what I remembered. It was just a little continuation of before. And then I came back to Michigan the end of February, the very end of February, beginning of March. And then I went straight to jail. I had like 4 days. And then I ended up in jail for 2.5 months. And then I got out and I was staying with my brother for another 2 months. And then I left, and my car immediately broke down the very next day. From what I remember of where I went when. Because I went all over, and I went back and forth across the country. I was just in my own little world. But I recorded it all, so. Somebody has to have it. I gotta clean up my... Yeah, that and myself. My credit cards. My magic cards. What about you? Who funded your magic cards? Worth millions of dollars. I got so many questions. Your fans. Come on. You want to fight about it? all your branding and food. Who funded that? Whole Foods? Whoever it is. If they're speaking for him, I'm going to answer as if it's him. And who said you didn't? To all my TikTok, I didn't have TikTok funders. No, credit cards. Credit cards got me across the country. I'm working as well. I worked. TikTok donations started, helped me. On purpose. That helped me travel. That's why I ended up just leaving. Yeah, I pretty much maxed out my Discover card just going to California for the first. Well, give it to me. All I wanted was my measly $40,000 in equity out of my house. That's all I wanted. Because I was ship shopping for an entire year. Do you have all of my records of my pay stubs? I don't want your money. I want my own money that I earned, my equity from my investment and my personal property. That's all I've been asking for this whole time. That's nobody else's but mine. Your stuff is your stuff. Whatever you chose to purchase with your money. I don't know this person, and I don't have to do what the judge tells me to do. I don't know her. And as long as I'm not doing anything illegal, she can't tell me not to do anything. That's not illegal. That's a violation of my rights. Bored out of my mind, staying at the shelter. I'm gonna go though. I have to leave this room. Like 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go charge my earbuds, make some phone calls, apply for some jobs. I just don't want to hear anything from anybody else on the fucking internet. On the literal internet, saying things, using the internet for social media. I don't want to hear it from any of you. In any app, in any... I'm done. How you making your money? I was taking care of my children. But what about before? Yeah. Wednesday and Stella. The proof is right there. No. The courts. And what are you doing? Again, all over the country, all over the world. Run. Don't you have a child? You should be a father. You should be at home taking care of your child. You had enough money previously to take a couple years off and just focus on raising your child and your children. I don't want to hear it. Nobody took your home away from you. Nobody took your children away from you. My children were taken away from me. Why aren't you married? What are you doing? Why are you having a child and you're not even married? I don't want to hear it. Terrified of me or terrified of you?